Sri Sai Satcharita, Chapter 14, Part 2. Ratanji was satisfied with this explanation and his faith in Baba was confirmed and increased. In due time, he was blessed with a son and his joy knew no bounds. It is said that he had in all a dozen issues, out of which only four survived. In a footnote towards the end of this chapter, it is stated that Baba told Rao Bahadur Hari Vinayak Sathi after the death of his first wife to remarry and that he would get a son. R.B. Sathe married second time. The first two issues by this wife were daughters and he therefore felt very despondent. But the third issue was a son. Baba's word did not come true and he was satisfied. Baba's word did come true and he was satisfied. Dakshina. Now, we shall close this chapter with a few points about Dakshina. It is a well known fact that Baba always asked for Dakshina from people who went to see him. Somebody may ask a question: if Baba was a fakir and perfectly non attached, why should he ask for Dakshina and care for money? We shall consider this question broadly now. First, for a long time, Baba did not take anything. He stored burnt matches and filled his pocket with them. He never asked anybody for anything, whether he be a devotee or otherwise. If anybody placed anything if anybody placed before him a paisa or two, he purchased oil or tobacco. He was fond of tobacco, for he always smoked a bidi or chili, an earthen pipe. Then some persons thought that they should not go to saints empty handed and therefore placed some copper coins before Baba. If a paisa was placed before him, he used to pocket it. If it was a 2 paise coin, it was returned immediately. Then, after Baba's fame had spread and wide, people began to flock in numbers and Baba began to ask Dakshina from them. It is said in the Shirdi Veda, the puja of the gods is not complete unless a golden coin was offered. If a coin is necessary in the puja of the gods, why should it be not so in the puja of the saints also? Ultimately, the Shastras laid it down that when one goes to see God, king, saint, or guru, he should not go empty handed. He should offer something, preferably money. In this connection, we may notice the precepts recommended by the Upanishads. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says that the Lord Prajapati advised the gods, men, and demons by one letter, Da. The gods understood by this letter that they should praise Dhamma, that is self control. The men thought or understood that they should praise Dana, that is charity. The demons understood that they should practice Daya, that is compassion. To men, charity or giving was recommended. The teacher is the Taittiriya Upanishad exhorts his pupils to practice charity and other virtues. Regarding charity, he says, give with faith, or even without it. Give with magnanimity, that is, liberally. Give with modesty, awe, and sympathy. In order to teach the devotees the lesson of charity and to remove their attachment to money, and thus to purify their minds, Baba extracted dakshina from them. But there was this peculiarity, as Baba said that he had to give back 100 times more of what he received. There are many instances in which this has happened. To quote as instance, Mr. Ganpatrao Bodas, the famous actor, says in his Marathi autobiography that on Baba's pressing him often for dakshina, he emptied his money bag before him. The result of this was, as Mr. Bodas says, that in later life he never lacked money, as it came to him abundantly. There was also secondary meaning of dakshina. In many cases in which Baba did not want any pecuniary amount, to quote two instances, Baba asked rupees 15 as dakshina from Professor G.G. Naki, who replied that he did not have any money. Then Baba said, I know you have no money, but you are reading Yoga Vashishta. Give me dakshina from that. Giving dakshina in this case meant deri- deriving lessons from the book and lodging them in the heart where Baba resides. In the second case, Baba asked a certain lady, Mrs. R.A. Tarkhad, to give rupees 6 as dakshina. The lady felt pain as she had nothing to give. Then her husband explained to her that Baba wanted 6 inner enemies, lust, anger, avarice, etc., to be surrendered to him. Baba agreed with this explanation. It is to be noted that though Baba collected a lot of money by dakshina, he would distribute the whole amount the same day and the next morning he would become a poor fakir as usual. When Baba took his Mahasamadhi, even after receiving thousands and thousands of rupees as dakshina for about 10 years, he had only a few rupees in his possession. In short, Baba's main object is taking dakshina from his devotees was to teach them the lessons of renunciation and purification.